So this will be the full video. I did my little intro video. And so I put on a thing. Is it ego lifting or is it just your insecurities? And I got a lot of good comments. A lot of people say, do what you do, you know, go ahead and keep pushing it. And a lot of people saying, you know, you motivated me to go a little bit heavier. And other people, well, you know, I decided just to do high reps, which is a good decision. You know, basically falls under that you do you. And if you say, well, I think it is if you are straining your guts out to get one rep. I said, well, I call that a max effort. But, you know, opinions vary. It was a good comment. And then one says if you're using poor form, you know, if you only come down halfway and your butt's off the bench, or, you know, your squat depth is garbage, you know. And he says, well, that's his idea of what a ego lift would be. And I might agree. If you're doing a squat with, you know, only going down 4 inches, I seen it one time. I called it a genuflect. I said, well, that wasn't a lift. That was a genuflect. That was a little nod. You know, and obviously what you want to say is drop the weight and get better form. And if you know, I don't squat heavy, and I've never been happy with my form on it. But that's my critique myself. So I don't load up the bar and do little genuflex. But I would agree, not doing anything good for you, and the potential for injury is there. You might say, I'm only going to go down 6 inches, and all of a sudden you find yourself doing a squat away to the floor. There ain't no way you're coming back up. So yeah, I would say anything that you can do with good form and complete the lift is not an ego lift, regardless of the weight. You know, I had one guy comment on one of my ego lifts, oh, big deal, I can do 405 5 times, and I know a guy your age that did 605. I said, yes, I know him too. His name's Cole Carter, out there in Springfield, Missouri. Extremely strong man. Motivates the hell out of me when I see him lift. You know, I don't think that was the response he was expecting. You know, yes, I know guys that are in my age and lift a little bit more than me. Worked out with one of them, Jim Ray. Was I think probably the only one in over 60 that has done a 500-pound bench raw in his weight group. Now, I guess the guy was trying to belittle me or whatever. That was a failure. Number one, I'm not putting those videos out to go and look at me, I'm stronger than y'all. That's not why I'm doing those videos. I'm doing here what you can do if you stay with something for decades and go through that mental conversation every year to continue on that path. This is not an easy thing to do, to constantly say, okay, I'm going to go and push myself to the limit, when you have lots of people, and I do mean lots of people, telling you, you know, at your age, fill in the blank, you know, you should be lifting lighter, you know, you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to shoot your eye out, kid. And most of them say it out of concern or misinformation. My doctor has been telling me to not lift heavy since I was 40 years old. All right. It's going on almost 25 years ago. I didn't listen to him then. Probably not going to listen to him now. Now, yes, you want to be safe about it. Yes. You want to sit there and pay attention to what your body is telling you. But the biggest thing to overcome, in my opinion, is the mental pressure to stop. And that pressure comes from friends, comes from family, comes from people online, comes from doctors, and sometimes it can come from yourself. And when it comes from yourself, then you're more apt to listen to it. So, my advice is, if you're still healthy, don't have any major injuries, is be the best in shape you can be. Now, whether that's lifting heavy, whether that's lifting reps, whether it's doing yoga or stretching or calisthenics or running or walking or bicycling, anything else you can think of, that's what you should do. I'm not posting my videos to belittle anybody. I'm just doing them to inspire. And that's all I'm doing them for. So, every now and then somebody's going to have their insecurities hurt. And they're going to make some sort of smart comment about what I lift or what you lift or what we do. Don't let them sit there into your path. And here's a little bit of a kitty break. There's the minx going, "Hey, Daddy, what you walking out there so far for, huh? Huh? You should be sticking next to me." So remember, everyone, just work to make yourself in better shape. Rest, nutrition, proper exercise. God bless America. And just get in the gym and lift.